This video is a summary of a whole season 2 of the anime My Happy Marriage. Season 2 of My Happy Marriage revolves around 3 issues, which are the eradication of the cult called Gift Communion, the awakening of Miyo's dream side power, and of course, the continued deepening of Miyo and Kiyoka's relationship. To quickly recap the first season, Miyo had finally found happiness and acceptance with Kiyoka, confronting her abusive family and beginning to understand her own latent spiritual abilities. Their engagement solidified and they were looking forward to building a life together. However, in the second season, it was apparent that the lingering threat of supernatural disturbances and the mysteries surrounding their families were far from over. Kiyoka, entrusted by Prince Takahito, embarked on a crucial investigation into a burgeoning demon crisis near his parents' home. He quickly unearthed a disturbing truth. Ordinary humans were acquiring supernatural abilities by consuming the very blood of evil spirits distributed by the insidious Gift Communion. This cult's chilling objective was to forge a new world where everyone possessed supernatural gifts, thereby shattering the long-held dominance of the privileged noble families. The architect of this grand scheme Kiyoka discovered was Naoshi Usui, a name that sent a chill down Arata's spine. Arata revealed Naoshi Usui hailed from the powerful Usuba branch family, a lineage even formidable among the Usuba themselves. Once betrothed to Miyo's mother, Sumi, Naoshi had mysteriously vanished after Sumi's marriage into the Saimori family. Back at the Kudo estate, Miyo, ever eager to prove herself as Kiyoka's worthy fiancée, endured the trial set forth by his mother, Fuyu. Now resolute in her desire to support Kiyoka wholeheartedly, she faced Fuyu's demands, which included donning a maid's uniform and performing household chores alongside the other servants. Unyielding, Miyo demonstrated remarkable tenacity. Her emerging power even manifested as she, with Arata's timely aid, bravely rescued a possessed villager. Witnessing Miyo's unwavering dedication and willingness to risk her life for Kiyoka, Fuyu's resistance finally crumbled. She acknowledged Miyo as truly worthy of the Kudo name. Before their return to the city, Kiyoka and Miyo shared a tender moment on the balcony. Kiyoka articulated his vision of a relationship built on mutual support. When Miyo, still questioning her own value, asked whether she had been contributing enough, Kiyoka's heartfelt response that she had become someone he cannot live without led to their first sweet and unforgettable kiss. On their journey back to the city, their path was suddenly blocked by Naoshi, his future intentions starkly clear. He will take Miyo away. Despite the combined efforts of Kiyoka and Arata to catch him, Naoshi's formidable illusions allowed him to effortlessly slip away. To ensure Miyo's safety, Kiyoka brought her to the military headquarters daily, assigning Kaoruko Jinouchi as her dedicated bodyguard. As the sole female soldier in the military, Kaoruko quickly forged a strong friendship with Miyo. Then, a seismic event shook the capital. The emperor was kidnapped by the Gift Communion. This brazen act also served as a cunning diversion, drawing Kiyoka away from Miyo at the military headquarters. Though the building was protected by a robust magical barrier, Naoshi, through a cruel illusion of her tortured father, tricked Kaoruko into reversing the barrier, allowing him to infiltrate. During the ensuing confrontation, a chilling realization dawned on Miyo. She had seen these very events in a dream, confirming her developing ability to glimpse the future. Regret gnawed at her for not confiding in Kiyoka, who, alerted by Prince Takahito, arrived in the nick of time, stopping Naoshi from taking her away. A New Year's party at Kiyoka's house offered a bittersweet farewell as Kaoruko, suspended due to the headquarters incident, bid Miyo goodbye. They promised to remain friends, eagerly anticipating their next meeting. The New Year itself brought a moment of profound reflection from Miyo and Kiyoka, both acknowledging their meeting as the greatest blessing of the past year, culminating in another tender kiss. The following day, on their way to the temple, Kiyoka began to inquire Miyo's past year, only to swiftly withdraw the question, fearing he might dredge up painful memories. Yet Miyo, finding an unprecedented ease in confiding in him, answered with a newfound openness. At the temple, they each offered silent, separate prayers that they would forever remain by each other's side. Their peaceful day, however, was shattered by a jarring public demonstration from the gift communion. They shockingly revealed their supernatural ability to kill demons, and even more unsettling, their power to make demons visible to everyone, including the non-gifted. Concerned for Mio's safety, Kyoka provided her with a paper shikigami for protection. Following the incident at the military headquarters, Mio temporarily relocated to the palace for enhanced security, accompanied by Hazuki and Yurie. Kyoka unfortunately could not be by her side as he was assigned to protect Prince Takahito. In his stead, Arata took up the mantle of guarding Mio. During dinner, Arata subtly insinuated that Mio's dream side remained unawakened due to an unresolved emotion barrier within her heart. Perplexed, Mio later discussed this with Kyoka, who gently prompted her to explore her own feelings for him. Mio, still grappling with her nascent emotions, found herself unable to respond. To alleviate Mio's growing anxiety, the girls, joined by the prince, hosted a party. Kaoruko, participating remotely via an enchanted mirror, confessed her deep-seated fear of love, citing its inherent pain, a sentiment Mio echoed. Hazuki, ever the elder sister, wisely advised that open communication was the cornerstone of an unbreakable bond, citing her own divorce as a poignant example of its absence. As the party wound down, the prince issued a chilling warning to Mio. A terrible revelation would coincide with the falling of snow and cherry blossom petals. That night, Kyoka confessed his desire to delve deeper into their emotional connection. Mio, overwhelmed, didn't know how to respond, turning away as Kyoka gently advanced. Unfazed, Kyoka assured her that he would wait patiently until Mio was ready. Sometime later, an unscheduled high-level meeting erupted at the palace, with ministers storming in on the prince. Prince Takahito suspected a traitor within the ministerial ranks collaborating with the gift communion. By the meeting's end, the prince made a critical decision to consolidate all military protection at the palace, relocating powerful soldiers like Kyoka and Godo away from the vulnerable military headquarters. Chaos erupted as a formidable demon tore through the city, its destructive power impervious to Godo and his team's supernatural abilities. Their confusion mounted until brute force finally rendered the creature unconscious, revealing its secret, a shimmering glass orb teeming with magical barriers embedded within its chest. The moment Kazushi shattered it, the demon's monstrous form dissolved back into a human. Meanwhile, a grave oversight left the military headquarters vulnerable. With the elite forces guarding the palace, a member of the gift communion effortlessly breached the perimeter, ushering in Naoshi. The Minister of Defense fell, exposing the Minister of Education as Naoshi's treacherous accomplice. Mio, caught in an unexpected dream, found herself confronted by Naoshi's chilling vision, a new world sculpted by his hand with the Usuba and Mio herself at its absolute zenith. His revelation regarding the acceleration of her powers sent a shiver down her spine, Kiyokakudo's death. She awoke to the first snowfall, a portent of the prince's looming revelation. Mio rushed to warn Kyoka about the revelation when a demonically transformed ministry staff member forced entry into the palace. He grabbed Mio, tightening his monstrous grip, threatening to crush her. Naoshi's insidious voice whispered, urging her to cry out for Kyoka. Yet, terrified for Kyoka's safety, Mio defied him, harnessing her own nascent power to drag the demon and herself into a dream-drenched abyss. Hazuki's swift paper-bird message brought Kyoka rushing to her aid. He arrived in the nick of time, plucking her from the encroaching darkness and, with Kazushi's assistance, vanquishing the demon. Then, in a breathtaking betrayal, Arata's gun barked twice, felling Kyoka. Arata, calm amidst the horror, declared the emperor was safe within the gift communion custody at the military base and that Kyoka was a criminal arrested by imperial decree. Mio's world fractured. Arata, her trusted ally, had betrayed them both. His hollow assurances that his actions were for her and the Usuba family rang false. Before being dragged away, Kyoka's voice, thick with emotion, declared his love, leaving Mio a weeping, frantic mess, utterly speechless. The gift communion seized military control, but their grasp on the palace faltered. Fortuitously, the navy, just returned from a mission, was instantly deployed by the prince, forming an impenetrable defense. Not satisfied with the turnout, the Ministry of Education confronted Naoshi, demanding that he do something about it. Annoyed, Naoshi had him killed. Disoriented and racked with the guilt for not reciprocating Kyoka's confession, Mio vowed to breach the military headquarters and rescue him to finally tell him she loved him. Suddenly, a tiny boy, a paper shikigami imbued with Kyoka's essence, approached her. Mio, overjoyed to learn Kyoka was alive, embraced the shikigami, affectionately naming him Kiyo. Kiyo, her steadfast guide, directed her to her grandfather's residence. There, she unearthed the tragic truth of Naoshi and Sumi's love, and Naoshi consuming fury over Sumi's marriage into the Saimori family. Sumi, Mio's mother, manifested in a dream, revealing the shattered promise that had ignited Naoshi's destructive path. Their vow of eternal togetherness and Sumi's heartbreaking departure, followed by her untimely death. Even Sumi's attempted release from his protective vow failed to quell Naoshi's unyielding devotion. Within the same dream, Sumi guided Mio up a winding staircase where Kyoka stood beneath a blossoming cherry tree. As Mio ran to him, grasping his hands, the tree swelled into a magnificent, unparalleled spectacle. Her dream sight power had fully awakened. Another dream followed, illuminating the intricate path to extract Kyoka from the military headquarters. Armed with this newfound insight, Mio sought out her allies, Godo, Kazushi, and Kyoka's father. The next day, every step etched into her memory, Mio navigated the military base. While Godo and Kyoka's father engaged the cult members outside, Mio discovered the dungeon door where Kyoka was imprisoned. Her powers, however, were thwarted by a floating glass sphere. As Kazushi prepared to dismantle it, a demon materialized. Kiyo, with incredible courage, distracted the beast, buying Kazushi precious seconds. Mio, warned by Kiyo that the orb's barriers would harm her, watched as the demon lunged. Just as it closed in, Kazushi shattered the orb, and Kyoka, now free, unleashed a torrent of flame, incinerating the demon. Mio and Kyoka clung to each other. Refusing any further regrets, Mio poured out her heart, finally confessing her love. Kyoka's eyes sparkled as he reciprocated, their embrace tightening, their promises of enduring companionship echoing in the dungeon. Kiyo, his purpose fulfilled, offered his farewells and dissolved back into a paper shikigami. Their tender reunion was shattered by the ominous arrival of Naoshi and Arata. Naoshi, praising Mio's accelerated awakening, launched a brutal assault on Kyoka, trapping him in a harrowing nightmare of Mio's endless demise. Meanwhile, Arata held Mio at gunpoint, rendering her helpless. A chilling vision of the future pierced Mio's mind, Arata and Naoshi's mutual destruction. The bleakness of this future ignited a brilliant light within her, drawing everyone into her dreamscape, a desperate gamble to rewrite destiny. Within the dream, Naoshi's power was nullified. Mio made his knife vanish, then pleaded with him, explaining that his violence would only sadden her mother. She articulated her understanding of his profound loss, drawing a parallel to how Kyoka had rescued her from her own darkness. But Naoshi, consumed by his grief, refused to listen. He plunged the knife into himself, violently tearing free from Mio's dream. Before waking, Mio floated amidst an ethereal expanse of clocked gears, her mother's voice a gentle whisper, commending her for forging a new future. Reality returned with a jarring thud. Now she's screaming Mio's name, telling her to come to him. A gunshot cracked, and now she staggered, a wound blossoming on his stomach. He retaliated, a knife flying, piercing Arata's stomach. Arata, with a final desperate pull of the trigger, struck Naoshi in the chest, ending his life. In his dying moments, Naoshi saw Sumi, her hand extended, and he took it, running with her into a boundless light. With the gift communion dissolved and the emperor safe, Mio reclaimed her peaceful life with Kyoka. Kyoka resigned from the military, appointing Godo as his successor. Arata, recovering from his wounds, confessed his true motive for joining the gift communion, which was to end Naoshi's destructive reign. Naoshi, he explained, had wrongly assumed that all Usuba would blindly follow his scheme to overthrow the emperor. Arata expressed his profound apology for harming Kyoka. Later, Takakura arrived from the palace bearing Prince Takahito's desire to integrate Mio and Usuba into the defense system and to fundamentally alter the gift defense system to include the Usuba's unique abilities. Mio, after careful consideration, politely declined. Her heart's desire was not to fight, but to embrace tranquil days with those she loved, especially Kiyokakudo. Prince Takahito graciously accepted her heartfelt reasoning. The story culminates with Kyoka and Mio planning to plant a cherry blossom tree in their backyard, a symbol of their enduring love and impending wedding. Thank you for watching. Till next time.